entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Hi guys, I'm Grappa here, and this is my Raid Shadow Legends diary. So today, basically, I spent most of my time doing the masteries, and not even doing the masteries, but gathering the scrolls for the masteries for, nope, not you, Seer. Now, I got them all now. I haven't done anything with them yet. Kind of waiting. I want to kind of wait till I 6-star her to the point of where it actually has me. I'm thinking about doing with her what I did with Ultimate Gaelic, which is basically find the 5 stars that I don't use and then take her 6. Also, sorry for the interruption there. So basically find those champions and then take her 6-star using those champions that I don't use anymore. Basically, I'm having to start over here because I just had something interrupt me. So I'm coming back, sorry. So basically the idea is use 5 stars to get her up to 6 stars, champions that I don't really use anymore. And I went through this and there's not really any that, like for example, Alaric. I was so excited when he came out. I don't know, just basically because of the look. I like the Assassin's Creed look, but never did anything with him. And I think he's gonna be a good champion, maybe. I don't know, what do the reviews say? I know you shouldn't trust the reviews, but ooh, he looks like he's booty. So I don't know if I should just hold on to him. Also, same thing with Vogoth. I heard he's a really good healer and I'll probably keep him. So that one is a little bit more certain for me. The Grunch, I shouldn't say it because I'm guessing copyright issues. But yeah. And then I have these other 40s that Metal Shaper, if I couldn't get this thing for the Doom Tower to work well with Metal Shaper, with so Miscreated Monster, Metal Shaper isn't going to be too much better, right? So now I'm wondering, should I take some of these champions like Sanctum Protector? I don't even know what his kit does, right? So why am I holding on to him? The Bellower I was keeping because I think it's good to have twin Bellowers. I have 160 and I have this 140. I'll take him to 50 one time or one of these days and it'll be fine. Grave Chill Killer. I'm not investing anything in her. Metal Shaper. So that's like 3 champions right there that I don't use. And the more I'm talking about this, the more I'm kind of convincing myself to do it. Seducer. Everyone says he's good, but I haven't used him since I got him. And I got him like the first week I played the game. And the thing that I'm hesitating with some of them is, okay, with some of them, it is for faction wars. But I have this is my duplicate Mausoleum Mage, right? Why am I keeping him? Torture Helm I'm keeping so that, because I know I'll eventually do the fusion for Razin. So Torture Helm, yeah, I'm keeping, but why would I keep, you know what, Marksman, I can pull him out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna use Marksman. He's booty. Masked Fearmonger, I heard he's not that great. And I have enough in the, I think he's a Bannerlord. I got enough Bannerlords, I don't need him. Isn't she Hope? Is she Hope or Canoness? Either way, why am I trying to keep her if I don't even remember her name? You know what I mean? The more I talk about it, and this is a great deal of impatience on my side, but the more I talk about it, the more I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to get rid of, because granted, yeah, the part of this is collecting as many champions as you can. Like, that's part of the game, even categorizes itself as that. However, in terms of progression, oh yeah, there's my other Mausoleum Mage. That's the one who's level 50. He's in the vault right now, because one day I'll take him 60, but not worried about it right now. So, Relic Keeper. Somebody tell me, he's been useless for me. I don't use him. And maybe he's good for free to play. If you don't have certain champions, and he's good for it. But I've seen him in arena like once or twice, and he lays that down some damage. Don't get it twisted. Like, he was really laying down hits. But I mean, let's go ahead and remove him from the vault. But I mean, you know, the other ones I'm looking at, I can say I have utility for them. I can say I have utility for all the other champions in here, including, I think that's Preserver. Even her in Faction War, she does well. One of these days she's gonna be treated like food, but right now she still does me well. So doing that one time with Ultimate Gaelic, despite the fact that I still haven't gotten quite past Spider, and I have not gotten past Spider Den yet. I get really, really close. Like I've gotten the health down to like 20%, and then it just all falls apart. I think it's going to work. I've put like 500,000 into trying to get the last level of these dadgum boots, but whatever. I don't regret that decision. So if I don't regret that decision, and I have a bunch of other champions from when I was at the beginning of the game, just dumping as many, like getting as many champions as I could, getting as many champions as I could, getting as many champions as I could, and then I turn around now, 6 months into the game, and I don't use these champions, why am I so adamant about holding on to them? What's the benefit? So, that being said, I'm genuinely considering, I think I'm going to do it. Like I was thinking about it all day today, and I've kind of like talking through this with you guys, with you guys, not really, but you know what I mean. Talking through this out loud has me thinking like, why am I wasting my time on keeping Relic Keeper? Like, I mean, I guess he might be good. I'm a little bit worried about doing it, but let's go through his kit real quick. From what I remember, he's a really selfish champion. Attacks one enemy, grants an extra turn if the target is killed, and that ability seems to hit hard. 50% chance, or it places a 50% increased attack buff on this champion for 4 turns, extra turn. So it's like he's always going twice. Hit by an enemy places a 15% continuous hit on this champion for 2 turns. Okay. He seems selfish, but I kind of like his kit, like the way that it works. So good thing I reviewed him. I think I'll keep him around, maybe even try to use him more. But some of the other ones in here, I would love to ask you guys, what do you think? Like, what should I do? Taking Sanctum Protector, 15% chance to stun, increase defense by 30%. 7% chance to place provoke on one enemy. Like that's So, you know what I mean? So what? Who's in that? This is Canonus. So it has a 25% chance to increase attack buff, 50% chance, 50% increase attack. Okay. On a random ally. So that, in my mind, that automatically negates it. I like to have the control. Why are you doing this stuff randomly? Attacks one enemy, has a 80% chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy and a leech buff on the target for 2 turns. This is always critical. To be fair, that leech would be nice on a 3-turn cooldown though. You put it on for 2 turns. I have other champions that do, and actually I need to go back and check. Places a 50% ally protect and a 60% increased defense buff on the target for 2 turns, so only 1. Also places a 15% continuous heal on this. So I get more from Miscreated Monster than I do with this. And then if I'm not mistaken, let me go back up here for a second. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing then. Okay. But I don't. So right there's another one who's just sitting in my vault. Level 40. Masked Fearmonger. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit decreases the target's turn meter by 7.5%. Okay, I like turn meter. I do like turn meter. If the target, sorry for banging. I just banged on that. I'll try to cut that out, that little bang out. But 7.5% if the target is under fear or true fear. Reduces the cooldown of this champion's Taste of Despair if this attack kills an enemy. Taste of Despair. On a 4-turn cooldown, fills this champion's turn meter by 50% whenever an enemy's HP drops below 20%. Okay. Attacks one enemy, and I'm just reading the Ascendant skill. Attacks one enemy will ignore 35% of the target's defense if the target is under a fear or true fear debuff. Places a 30% increased speed for 2 turns, a revive on death for 2 turns, and the block debuffs for 1 turn on this champion if the attack kills an enemy. Okay, well, if it kills, does he hit hard? That's my question. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm evaluating. Like I have Harvest Jack. And so it sounds like he'd be good with Harvest Jack. Attacks one enemy, has a 75% chance of placing a fear buff on for 1 turn, has a 75% chance of placing 30% decreased speed, has a 75% chance of placing a true fear buff on enemies for 1 turn if this attack kills an enemy. 1 true fear debuff will be placed on the enemy with the lowest turn meter, while 1 will be placed on the enemy with the highest turn meter. Okay. I don't know. Not too terribly impressed. And then Marksman out from the jump. I don't know why I went ahead and took him up, but because he has poison. Places a 5% poison buff for 2 turns if this attack is critical. So 1 of them. Then places an extra turn. So then maybe you laid 2. Attacks one enemy, fill the turn meter of all allies by 20%. Has a 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Extra 15% chance. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 20% on a 3-turn cooldown. That ain't bad. That's not bad. Attacks 4 times at random. Each hit has a 25% chance of ignoring defense. I mean, it's not bad, but I feel like I can always say not bad, but at the end of the day, yeah, not bad. Am I going to use them? You know what I mean? Do I have to collect all of these things? I don't think I'm going to use them. As I'm going through it, Mass Fearmonger, I don't think I'm going to use him. As I'm like just looking through them candidates, I don't think I'm going to use her. Grave Chill Killer. I haven't used her. I'm not going to use 40, level 40. So yeah, I don't know her true potential, but I'm not hearing anybody raving about her either. Sanctum Protector. Yeah, I think, you know what? I've taught myself into it. So I'm about to either level some of these guys up and feed them. I think that's what I'm going to do. Level some of these guys up and feed them. Because right now, the way it stands, I want my Seer to be 6-star. And I also want my Dark Elhain to be 6-star. And I want, who else did I have? Ursula to be 6-star. I want Reliquary Tender to be 6-star. Like, holding on to these level 40s maxed out just because, they kind of have cool kits and they're not that bad. Not that bad doesn't mean I'm going to use them. And not that bad doesn't mean I'm about to put more resources into them. In fact, the way I think about it right now, am I going to put more resources into these champions? No. So why am I keeping them? In any case, that is my rant to myself. Basically, I'm not ranting to anyone other than myself. Quality over quantity. So I'm going to invest in the champions that are really, really good. And then once I get in game, then I can collect all the other ones. But for the time being, holding on to all these guys isn't really going to do anything for me. So that is my plan. Now, it'll still be slow going getting to that. But at the same time, I'm glad I've come to that decision of just the ones that aren't useful in some area or that I haven't touched since I've had them, why keep them? In any case, this is just like a ranty video on some champions that I just think I'm not going to use. I don't think that they maybe necessarily are terrible. Depending on your account, depending on what you have, they might be incredibly useful. But for me and for what I need, they're not providing me anything, which is why they're all underdeveloped with underdeveloped gear and not ascended and. So they've been a waste of resources. There's no point in wasting more resources on them or wasting more time on them. So anyway, that's me ranting at myself and talking myself through this stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it despite the severe lack of action. Hopefully I went over some champions for you and maybe you got it in your head now. I need to not do this anymore. Or maybe you say, no, keep that one. He or she is what you need on your account because they've been great for me. In any case, thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.